Presiding Officer, I am delighted to bring this debate to Parliament, allowing all MSPs the opportunity to show their support for Loves Local, supporting local businesses, jobs and building community wealth. And now is a good time to reflect upon this in the run-up to Christmas. The last 21 months has taught us a lot about what really matters. We have all lived our lives a bit closer to our homes, appreciated what is on our doorsteps more, rediscovered green spaces, our local shops and businesses, and reconnected to our local communities and all they have to offer. Our constituents, communities and local businesses, the length and breadth of the country, have rolled up their sleeves, mobilised and worked creatively and with agility to develop local solutions to look after one another and support those who need it. We have realised that being able to go to the shops and buy whatever you need is a privilege not to be taken for granted. Today I want to celebrate the contribution of our local businesses and communities to Scottish life in supporting us in providing opportunity and employment. And I ask Parliament to support us to do the same in return. But loving local is not only about helping people to live well locally. It also has so much potential to support our strategic ambitions for a just transition to net zero and for an inclusive wellbeing economy, as well as tackling inequality. It's about bringing the government's programmes together in each place to deliver shared priorities. Our joint ambition must be a future which has good places and localism at its heart, where we embrace local supply chains, build community wealth by getting behind local businesses and enterprises, support community regeneration, revive our town centres, grow accessible transport, active travel and services, work together with communities and move towards net zero in everything we do. Our shared experience during the pandemic has demonstrated the potential of local communities and businesses to use their local knowledge, expertise and commitment to successfully respond and adapt to big challenges in their own way. It has highlighted the extent to which local economies are determined by their context, the characteristics of a place and the people who live there, and the regional and national policy framework in which they operate. This is why we take a place-based approach. At its heart, any place-based approach is simply a practical way of looking at how to tackle challenges and take advantages of opportunities at a scale which is meaningful and helpful. To support places, we need to really understand the everyday experience of people's lives and respond with local initiatives designed to improve the lives of businesses and communities across Scotland in our cities, towns, neighbourhoods and rural and island geographies. So I'm pleased that we've been able this year to launch our Scotland Loves Local programme, which aims to encourage people to think and choose local. This £10 million multi-year programme is designed to support recovery and influence behaviours, to embed the Loves Local culture, which we started to witness during the pandemic. It encourages a safe return to our town and city centres, taking care to follow guidelines to look after each other. I am looking forward to seeing the benefits of that funding, as I'm sure we all are. The funding enables projects which support local businesses to love local in the festive season. For example, digital trails in Oban, projects to improve town and city centres, such as streetscape improvements in Dunoon, a cultural and arts project in Helensburgh, and a marketplace project in the Western Isles. I know that ahead of Small Business Saturday last weekend, the First Minister and the Economy Secretary Kate Forbes urged people to support their local independent traders this festive season. I'm sure, and I certainly will.
Douglas Lumsden.
Does the member agree that all shops and services should be supported, including butchers? Because obviously I think the Green partners are against that.
Minister.
I would encourage, I don't know what motivated that, and to be honest, I think this is an opportunity to celebrate our local businesses and local communities, and that's the tone I'm going to set out at the start of this debate. It will be up for the member and others whether he wishes to follow. And I would also want to encourage members, as well as supporting our local communities, to encourage constituents and indeed family members to buy the Scotland Loves Local gift card for loved ones this Christmas. The gift card is an innovative way of keeping spend local for longer, so people can treat themselves to the best retail, hospitality and experiences on offer in their area, whether in-store or online. The key thing being that any online has to have a bricks and mortar presence within the local authority area. In June, I was delighted to be able to launch the Scotland Loves Local Awards and really pleased to see the wide range of award winners who were presented with their awards recently at the Scotland's Towns Partnership Conference, which I attended. The awards recognise and thank some of the people working tirelessly to support the resilience and vitality of our town centres, whether through embracing creativity, commitment to tackling climate change, through to being a hero for their high street. I would like to congratulate all award winners and also highlight to you a couple of examples. So congratulations to East Ayrshire Council and Kilmarnock Business Association, who were awarded a Judges Special Prize in recognition of the wide-ranging impact of the local gift card to help fuel local recovery. And well done to the young people in Strathearn and Strathallan who developed a community radio station broadcasting locally. This reward recognised the talent championed and the creation of a community hub, promoting local businesses, creating jobs, helping the local economy. And looking to the future, we are exploring the opportunity to support low-income households using Love Local cards and a pilot project with Citizens Advice Scotland. This seeks to offer an alternative to food bank referrals alongside our primary cash first response to reduce food insecurity. This is an example of how we are working across portfolios on our overall localism ambition, which our Scotland Loves Local programme is supporting. Continuing with support for businesses across portfolio, we are working with Scotland's Towns Partnership to support our local food and drink sector, to encourage retailers to buy locally and source more Scottish produce, and raising consumer awareness of our fantastic local offerings. And we have also worked on a range of initiatives to support local tourism recovery. This includes the Destination and Sector Marketing Fund, the Scotch Spirit Holiday Voucher Programme, which represents social tourism at its best, the Tourism and Hospitality Talent Development Programme, designed to motivate and develop local talent, and we have also allocated £4 million to the Days Out incentive scheme. In order that Living Local can become a long-term strategic approach, we are working collaboratively through our community wealth building approach, the draft NPF4, Housing 2040, the Town Centre Review and a route map to deliver car kilometre reductions, setting out our vision to create places that people want to live, work, enjoy and settle in, places to thrive and bring up families, places that meet the needs of local people and support their health and well-being. And this is why we will take action to make housing and places work together seamlessly, so people can live in communities and 20-minute neighbourhoods with ease of access to their thriving town and city centres via public transport and active travel. Collaboration and partnership is and will continue to be vital to everything we do. Our business improvement districts are a good example of Love Local and a mechanism for businesses to work together with their communities. Their hyper-local knowledge, leadership and partnership has ensured many of our city, town centres and neighbourhoods have remained resilient. For example, Stirling and Alloa Bids led strategic partnerships with their local authorities and chambers to ensure PPE and emergency grant support was awarded to their members. Bid for Oban led a town-wide communication and support campaign and also set up a business counselling service to support struggling business owners, and this service was then made available to businesses nationally. The action taken by communities in response to the pandemic was recognised in our COVID recovery strategy as a key part of the resilience of our communities. Communities used their distinct local knowledge, expertise and commitment to successfully respond and adapt to big challenges in their own way. Our vision for community-led regeneration, supported by our place-based investment and our Empowering Communities programmes, enables our communities to shape their own futures. The investment is helping them to develop community assets, enabling them to generate their own incomes and, in turn, supporting the creation of new jobs and access to services that benefit the people in their communities. Because we... Certainly.
Jamie Halker-Johnson.
Thank the Minister for that intervention. Obviously, there have been successful examples across Scotland and others less successful. How many new jobs does he hope that might be created through some of the work being done, both by the Scottish Government and local councils, in terms of regenerating high streets?
Minister, and I can give you your time back.
Thank you very much, Presiding Officer. I can't give an exact number, but I would just say with regards to regenerating high streets, as much as that's an important aspect, I think we have to be more ambitious and look more broadly at the community wealth building model and the opportunities that presents, leveraging big spending public bodies locally to support SMEs, to support social enterprises. And I think what we can see is more money circulating within our local economies, moving away from that model of wealth extraction. The opportunities, I think, are really quite exciting. And I think that as we advance the community wealth building agenda over the course of this Parliament, I think it's something that all parties can come together and work on. And indeed, I want to commend the excellent work taking place in local authorities, led by political parties of all persuasion, right across Scotland, in supporting the community wealth building agenda. Because, as I say, I think the potential for supporting dynamic local economies and job growth is limitless. And I hope it's something that we can work on constructively through this session of the Parliament. And as I say, we cannot achieve our ambitions, Presiding Officer, without working with and for our communities, without real participation and engagement and harnessing our collective resources for local impact. Before concluding, I would just like to say that I'm looking forward to presenting the SURF Awards tomorrow evening, meeting some of the people who will be receiving these awards and hearing more about their endeavours and the conditions required for success. The awards provide welcome recognition for those who support their community to thrive, and that is what Loves Local is all about. Presiding Officer, we should not lose sight of the sense of connectedness, belonging and strength our local communities and businesses have shown. I hope members will continue to support the Loves Local ambition and encourage their constituents to do so too, safely visiting local markets, shops and businesses if they can, and enjoying all their local neighbourhood has to offer. Presiding Officer, I move the motion in my name, and in doing so I commend all of us to think globally and live and love locally.